Today's episode is brought to you by this very awesome and yet very embarrassing librarian's fortune teller.
Cal.
C-A-L.
And Judson.
Your OTP will be canon!
Heck yeah!
Hey you guys, what's up? It's Julie the Bibliophile. Today I am joined by the very lovely Becky. If you've been on my channel for a while, you met Becky last year when I did the Meet the Trash cult video at Relay for Life.
Yep.
She was also with me on this channel at Christmas this year, but I was lazy and depressed and never put that video up.
It'll show up eventually. Maybe
Next week! Christmas
yeah.
in July, maybe? So today, as requested on Twitter 2 weeks ago, but last week I wasn't able to film the video, today I am finally here to do my Season 4 wish list. Okay, so we're just going to go through and talk about some of the biggest things that we want for Season 4. Now, I make a wish list every year. Most of the time, like, half of it is the same as the last season, because I never actually get what I want.
Yeah.
Like, let's just say Eve and Flynn being engaged and Cassandra have been on the wish list since before Season 2.
Yeah, basically.
And then, like, Season 2 finished, and I'm like, why aren't they engaged yet? And then Season 3 finished, and I'm like, why aren't they engaged yet? And don't make me say that again. Don't make me say that again.
Honestly, they've been dragging it on too long. It needs to happen.
Actually, at this point, I'm not accepting anything less than, like, a wedding. Like, I want I want proposal at the beginning, and then finish the season off with a wedding.
That would be cute. That would be so adorable.
I had, like, a thing where I was like, what if first episode Nicole comes, and Eve is, like, upset about Nicole.
Yeah.
And so then Flynn proposes as, like, an apology, because Flynn would be the person to do that.
You would.
And then she's like, what the heck is wrong with you? That's not a good reason to get engaged.
Yeah.
But then, like, halfway through the season, he can, like, propose for reals. Okay, so because I say Evelyn engagement, like, every year, right, so it seems kind of redundant now. I feel like it would be better if I got more specific about how I want this to happen. Because I know how I would like it to happen, but it would be cool to hear it from you, too.
I don't have anything specific, really, that I think, for the most part, just if they get engaged and won't be happy. Like,
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think it should be, like, a scene, like, near the end of the episode, and, like, they're in the annex.
Yeah.
And, like, they're in the annex and no one knows what's going on, and then all of a sudden there's, like, candles and stuff, and she's like, what? And none of the lits know what's going on. And none of the lits know what's going on either, and then he just he starts, like, talking about Eve, and then he just proposes, and all the lits are there, too.
That's adorable. Like, I don't have any specifics for their engagement, but I just, anything that's, like, really cute, like, if there's, like, kind of a lull in their adventures, and he finds the time kind of thing, he's like, well, since I have the time, let's prepare something really special, and it'd be super adorable. Or even just, like, even if they do not have a wedding, and it's just the end of the season, proposal, and it's just like, let's go on more adventures together, that would be the cutest thing.
Man. Oh, that would be really cute! You know what? I think a proposal is great for this season, so long as it does not get interrupted by Cassandra's almost death.
Oh!
Another thing I say every single year, Cassandra is
Lord.
Always on my wish list.
Always, all the time, every day.
Always and forever.
Heck yeah.
I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure, like, it's not gonna happen, but, I mean, to, like, specify in a Season 4 wish list, like, if it can happen, pipe dream, great, perfect, but,
what else do we have but hope?
I would just, faith. We have faith is what we have. Basically, like, this season, like, real, non-pipe dream wish list, I would really love to see, just kind of more like what they were in the first 2 seasons. We kind of saw, like, a lull in Season 3, and I think because Season 3 was a little bit of a transition season, it was more focused on Eve and Flynn's relationship, and, you know, we had Cassandra dying, knew she was dying the whole time, so she's not necessarily gonna openly flirt with Jake.
Yep.
But, like, it does kind of seem in Season 3 that he's kind of, like, in love with her, like, seriously at this point, so I would just like to see them flirting more again and just, like, being them.
Season 3 was just too hectic for them to...
Season 4 was just too... Season 3 was just too hectic in general.
Indeed. Honestly, though, the entire time, I literally just... Who hurt you? Are you okay? Do you need a hug?
And now, I always said Ezekiel backstory for a season for wishlist, but that was one thing that finally got checked off last season.
Yay!
That and I always said that Jake trusts Cassandra, and that got checked off too.
Yeah.
So we reduced the checklist that's been there since season 2 like a little bit.
Small.
But now are we adding on for season 4? Season 4 for me has more to do with wanting to see a return to more season 2 stuff rather than what we had in season 3, just in general. But I would like to see like more like domestic moment. I always say that. I want to see somebody's apartment. Specifically even Flynn.
I just want to see them all like hanging out for the most
Yeah,
part.
I want to see them like we got some of that in season 2 where I want to end a little bit in season 3 too though. Where I want to see them, like, hanging out outside of the library, outside of missions.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see more of that, like, more cold opens that involve them. Like, in season 2, we had, like, Cassandra was bringing Jake the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, stuff like that. Because that just, like, gets my heart fluttering. You know what's on my season 4 wish list? For even Flynn to not almost break up this time.
Yikes. Yeah.
Enough is enough.
I think they have a pretty solid relationship
They
at this
do.
point. I don't think
like,
they should. Hopefully
I know.
the writers won't.
Yeah, because then it ties into sensationalism, and I'm kind of, like, really happy that the librarians usually doesn't go into sensationalism.
Yep.
Like, I was upset when they started having them fight in season 3, because I felt like at the end of season 2, they had kind of reached a point where they shouldn't be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, when they had Flynn run away again, they had him run away for different reasons.
Yeah.
And they made a lot of the issues more based on, like, kind of like Eve was kind of, like, more in the wrong in season 3, almost. And, like, but now, like, the scene at the end of season 3, you cannot, a fight is fine, but you cannot have, like, the big, colossal Flynn's running away.
Yeah.
It's not gonna make sense. Just want to see them happy for a full season. Is that too much to ask?
For reals.
We came really close season 3. There was just that one time where they almost broke up, but then he proclaimed his undying love for her instead.
That was the cutest thing, and I loved it. It was so great. I mostly just want a lot of just, like, really small, cute things.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of, like, just subtle, cute things. And you're just like, oh, they're so in love. It's so adorable.
Oh. Another thing to mention if we're going to talk about wish lists is we need to talk about Nicole. Because Nicole is coming. What do we want from that? So many things.
So many different things.
I can't decide if I want more her and Eve, like, fighting. Like, I don't want Eve to just fight her because she's Flynn's ex-girlfriend, because Eve isn't like that. But I just don't like her, so I want Eve to have a reason to fight her. Like, if Eve, like maybe Eve thinks she's evil right away, or she thinks Eve is evil. So, like, they don't really know who each other are, so one of them kind of goes at each other, and then they're just fighting.
Yikes.
But I would also like to see what some other people have mentioned with the two of them kind of just, like, laughing and joking about Flynn and all his quirks.
That would be nice.
Like, girlfriends joke with each other. But then again, Eve and Nicole view Flynn in very different ways.
Yeah.
From what we've seen, that's why I don't like Nicole, because Nicole kind of, like, makes fun of him.
Yep.
And Eve does that, but, like, in a way where she's, like, she also reassures him, like, hey, I love you, you're Flynn Carson, and when he does things like the bad acting or going on a rant and, like, using big words, losing focus, going all over the place, Eve just, like, finds it really endearing, yeah. And Eve will, like, smile, be charmed by that, which is what I think is so great about their relationship, whereas Nicole actually, like, legitimately doesn't like that about him.
Yep.
So...
She's like, why are you like this?
So I feel like that conversation could very easily get hostile.
Indeed.
Like, Nicole could be generally like, oh, isn't it horrible when he does this? And Eve's like, hey!
No, hold up. Yeah, I think that probably could be a bit of a problem, because, like, I'm protective of him. I'd literally fight Nicole if I could, so I couldn't imagine.
We'd all fight Nicole. We'd all fight Nicole, though.
The entirety, like, even, like, from, like, just the other librarians, like Jake, Cassie, Ezekiel, even Ezekiel, he'd probably get offended.
Oh, Ezekiel would definitely fight. How would she treat Cassandra, though?
Oh,
I don't want to think about that. Oh, no. Stay away from her.
Child.
Listen here.
Protect Cassandra.
Flynn would fight Nicole to protect Cassandra, though.
He would. They're like his children.
Jake would definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Don't
Without a
talk
doubt in
about
my
my
mind.
wife that way.
In terms of time traveling.
Alright, wishes and hopes for time traveling. Time traveling, first of all. I want that.
Yes.
Because right now, based on episode titles and based on casting news, there's a big theory going around that we're time traveling this season. I would love to see them go into the future. Like, future time travel is an idea that, like, we haven't explored yet.
Indeed.
I would love to see them go into the past to see their past, and we actually directly see one of their pasts.
I want that so much. I know
Because,
it's
like,
going to hurt like heck, but I want it so
we have
bad.
so much backstory for Jake and Cassandra. Like, we have a lot.
Yep.
We basically find out that, you know, both of them had, like, emotionally abusive parents.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Jake, we didn't know how bad it was until season 2.
This is true.
Jake, we just assumed that he couldn't be himself around them, and then we meet, and, like, because I remember all the old fan fiction had his parents being, like, pretty great.
Yep.
And then you get to season 2, and it's like, oh!
Never mind.
Nope, his
Back up.
father is, like, an abusive asshole. Alright.
That hurt my soul.
Cassandra, we don't, like, know specifics.
Yep.
But we can assume, like, the thing about, like, we told you about Santa Claus when you were 3, and we threw away all your trophies when you quit school, like, red flag!
That's not great. No.
Which is why they should be in love now.
Yeah.
We know a little bit about Ezekiel's past now, we just know he was poor.
Still feel like we don't know enough, though.
We don't, because we don't know where his family is now. We always assumed he was an orphan, but now we know he wasn't an orphan, he was just, like, dirt poor.
Yeah.
But where is his family now?
Real talk.
Flynn's got no family left.
Cries forever.
And Eve, we have no idea.
Yep.
Eve, we know nothing!
Basically.
Except that, you know, she was alone and sad as an adult. But was she alone and sad as a child, too? Like the rest of them. Thing that's always on the wish list. Eve's parents.
Indeed.
Somebody's parents. Cassandra's parents, so, like, things can happen there.
Mm-hmm.
Eve's parents. So Flynn can meet her parents and it can be super cute.
Hopefully super cute.
Right?
And not
That can go both ways.
problematic.
Because we have no idea what her parents are like, so we have no idea what their reaction to Flynn would be. We just know it was a military family and that, assumedly, they were very religious. They seem pretty... Eve turned out alright.
This
So,
is
like,
true.
we don't really have any backstory of Eve, like, not liking her family.
Yeah.
I think we're just supposed to assume maybe she isolated herself, almost. I really don't know, but I want to find out. I would love to see someone from Jake's family who's not awful, because we know he has nieces and nephews that he loves, and therefore siblings that are probably pretty great. I just want to always know more about them. I want to know as much about them as I possibly can.
Yeah, basically. Like, saving the world is great and all,
But-
who are they?
What if we just had a whole episode that wasn't about saving the world at all? That was just like
That
maybe
would be like a dream come true, honestly.
like it could be about saving the world, but it gets like so ridiculous. Like Leverage ended up doing an episode where they were on a case, but it ended up literally being like done in the style of The Office, and it was basically like an episode of The Office, but
my
with
gosh.
Leverage. So I guess that's it. Do you have anything else that you would like specifically you would love to see in season 4?
I think we've covered most of.
It's like what I always want to see. So
Yes, basically. I didn't have any specifics. I was just like, oh, cool, season 4. That's the extent of my thought processes. So I don't know. Like most of the things that I want are very simple and have been there for a long time, like Cassandra or Evelyn proposal, stuff like that.
Oh, how about this on the wish list? Season 5!
Heck yeah! For the most part, I'm just mostly just excited to see what they do with season 4. Like,
Yeah, I'm really open. I'm excited from the little that we're hearing because we hear less and less backstage every year.
yeah.
That's because every year they give us less and less and we figure out more and more with the less and less, so they have to keep giving us less and less.
Yeah.
Like last year they put up a picture of a script with a pencil over the title and we still figured out one of the lines
Yep.
from the first episode.
Zooms in and like
So they're
filters
like-
it immensely.
So they're like, okay, we can never put up a picture of a script again because they're just gonna filter it
Fans are
until they
crazy.
can, and then make a million memes about it. We're nuts.
It's great.
But we're all nuts together, so it's cool.
Heck yeah.
I'm not going to have voting for next week's video because if we get more episode titles, I'm going to do a video about that. I might put up Christmas in July. Now that it's getting closer, more season 4 news happening, I might cut off like the voting for videos for a while, even though I just started it, because there's going to be a lot to talk about now.
Oh.
I'm just excited that there's stuff to talk about. As always, you can follow me on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads. Links in the description.
Nice.
If you like this video, if you liked Becky, please remember to like and subscribe. Please remember to like and subscribe. I love you guys. Stay magical. Because I knew which one your canon OTP was under, but I didn't tell you before because I wanted it to be fair.
Sorry. Julie the baby fly. Becky.
I had something. No, really, I had something really clever that I was gonna say, and it was like along these lines. Let's get rid. We all know he was gonna propose.
Yeah, probably. Most likely. Jesus Christ.
Faith, trust, and OTP dust.
Alright.
Oh no.
Just keep it going forever without it sucking.
Right.